Hello Scorpio, this is Victoria from Mindful Bamboo and I'm here with your November tarot forecast. As always, we'll be looking at your love life, your career and workspace, and we'll get you some guidance on how to best navigate the energies of the months of November. So this is your season, Scorpio. That's why I'm starting this round of readings with your sign. So happy birthday. Obviously to those whose sun sign is in Scorpio, but this reading, however, is not just for your sun sign, but it's also for your moon and rising. Of course, remember that this is a collective reading, so take only what resonates for you and leave what doesn't. If it does, if you like what I'm doing, if you like my style, please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel. While I'm posting this a little bit earlier than November, there's actually time to enter sweepstakes to win a free personal reading from me. So all you have to do is first be subscribed to my channel, and secondly 5 comments under any videos anytime. You can actually go, if you're a Scorpio, there is a playlist for Scorpios and you can leave your comments under Scorpio readings, for example. I had wonderful readings around eclipse times. I will most likely do a reading with messages for each zodiac sign for the new moon in Scorpio that's coming up. So any videos really, and then I will enter whichever account was given the comments. I will enter them into the sweepstakes, and I will announce the winners over the weekend of 2nd and 3rd of November. So basically we have time up till end of the day on the 1st of November to do this. All right, and of course remember that there is my show Mindfully Awake. It's coming out every Friday night 6 p.m. EST. You can also catch it as a recorded version on YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, X, and every major podcast platform. I do have a special dedicated playlist on this channel with the episodes that have aired so far, so you can check that out. And there's a link to that playlist in the description box. So, as always, we're gonna start with an oracle message. And because we're in the time that's where the veil is quite thin in terms of accessing our ancestral lines, working with ancestors on personal karma and wounds, and of course the collective ones, I decided to start reading with the message from Ancestors and Angels deck. So let's see what we have for Scorpio, and then we'll go into tarot, and then I'll finish with a message in love. So I brought my love oracle cards, and we'll see what is the guidance in love. So regardless of whether you have someone specific on your mind, or you're single, you're looking for love, you're healing from something, there will be a message there for you. All right. Wow, winter, take care of your needs. Yeah, so basically this card is about the time when, the animal kingdom hibernates for the most part. And this is a time to recuperate, to rest, to gather, kind of like to integrate the knowledge and the experience that you received from the summer season, autumn, other seasons of the year. So I'm getting this quite directly, Scorpio, that this is the time for you to go within, also to do some kind of self-care, self-love practices wherever you feel like you're not doing enough. It could be very specific and very unique for every individual person. Maybe you know that you haven't been given enough attention to your nutrition, or you haven't been exercising enough, or you're not happy with your sleep cycle and you don't feel rested in the morning, right? So you maybe you don't really know what the problem is, but you have a feeling that it's somewhere there in the quality of your sleep. Whatever it is, take time for it. Obviously, if you have a medical issue, maybe taking care of yourself is finally making that appointment with a doctor, with a dentist even, right? Any and all of that. We don't always count those appointments as self-care, but it is. And of course, use your discernment in terms how much do you trust, how far do you go with those, but yeah, listen to your body on that. Alright, we'll be using the Light Series deck, one of my favorites, one of the classics for your read today, Scorpio. So for your love life, you have the Emperor. You could be dealing with an Aries. I will speak more about the meaning of the reads, of the parts of the read, once I lay out all the cards. The World. This is Pisces energy. And Eight of Cups. Then for your career space, you have Page of Swords. You have the Chariot. This is Cancer energy. The Lovers, Gemini. Wow. And a lot of major arcanas, I must admit. Speaking of which, the Tower. So this is Sagittarius, sorry, this is Aries energy, another Aries card. And this is part of your advice from the universe. The Hermit, oh my goodness, Virgo energy. This is, and Five of Pentacles. Yeah, a lot of drama and change here. King of Cups at the bottom of the deck. But if you stay grounded, to me the sexual connected with, take care of your needs. Stay grounded. This is a meditative pose as well. Take up your mindfulness practices, you know, your wellness practices. Stay balanced in terms of your emotional well-being, and you'll be able to go over any of the surprises and obstacles that may come your way. We have, let me count quickly, 2, 2, and 2, 6 out of 9 cards are major arcanas. This is crazy. There's a lot of divine guidance for you that's coming in this time, and it's very important to try to resist it, to not try to override it with your will just because you can. And Scorpio is a very independent energy, right? Very free-willed, risk takers, daredevils a lot of time. Not always, not everyone is exactly like that, but there is that vibe that Scorpios just innately have in them. You know, well, let's see what happens kind of vibe. But just know that a lot of, if you feel that you are in a certain circumstance, you just kind of fallen into it, right? Then you're there for a reason. So don't rush to run away. And speaking of the love relationship, there's definitely some kind of power struggle here that I see. And to me, the World, which is a kind of like freeing yourself from the struggle, closing a karmic cycle, is about understanding how this dynamic could work in your relationship. If you're not in a relationship right now, then it could be just generally between you and other people, you and versus the world, right? Me versus we. This is the Aries, it's Aries Libra axis actually. We're still following that axis for the North and South node, so still exploring those topics. Where does me end and we begins? If you have a specific person, obviously look at where that power struggle is and why, right? So you're being shown those experiences so you can learn from them, not just walk away from them. And I'm not saying, of course, if there are toxic scenarios, just stay and, you know, savor. But it is for you to acknowledge and to process them, right? What feelings and emotions do you have associated with them? What kind of push do they give you? Or are they actually enabling you to stay in your current space and you don't feel like exiting easily, right? Which is the World card, right? You're supposed to exit the unhealthy situation, but not just run away and pretend like it didn't happen, right? This is about learning from it, understanding how did you get here in the first place, and how can you exit it and then heal, you know, not repeat it again. Because if you don't heal, if you just leave the person behind or this specific situation behind, then there's definitely going to be a repetition of that cycle in the future. For your career space, you have Page of Swords, the Chariot, and the Lovers. Full speed ahead. So definitely you want to, you are learning something new, or you have people around you who are learning from you a lot of information. There is this vibe of a learning process, but no matter like who is learning here, and there is still a kind of the adoption phase, right, when people are learning what it's all about. You are guided to go full speed with your project, with your business, with your endeavor. It can be a hobby actually as well. And if you are asking why do we have Lovers here, well, first of all, of course, you could be meeting your love partner at work. You could be actually working on a project with your life partner, love partner. But even if that's not relevant at all, then more than anything, the Lovers card is about choosing with love. It's a choice of a loving path, right? Not just kind of like the goal justifies the means, but almost the opposite. How do we make sure that we account for everyone involved, right? That we are making loving decisions towards, and fair decisions towards everyone in this situation or in this project, right? So maybe turning more towards the team and how they feel, their satisfaction, their productivity, their motivation in what you're doing. The advice that we have the Tower, the Hermit, and Five of Pentacles. Yes, there's definitely going to be some big changes that will shock your system, that will almost like shock you out of your current position, current place, which for some of you could be feeling lonely, feeling left out, feeling like life is passing by, feeling like you can't really jump on a train in time. Like by the time you're ready to, and you like lift your foot to get onto the train, the door closes and the train leaves. That kind of energy that I'm feeling. But it's important to stay true to yourself, to your inner truth, to your inner compass, right? Again, I will say it again, embrace the self-care practices, the mindfulness practices, so that you can stay on top of things. With all this whirlwinding energies, lots has been brought by the divine orchestration. It can get overwhelming, and most likely it will be overwhelming, especially with this Tower card. And this is the best way to deal with it, in a healthy way, in a profound way, where you can find wisdom. And Hermit is also about physical healing. So again, to me, it brings it back to taking care of yourself, of your needs, maybe quite directly of your body. Let's get some messages in love for Scorpio. We've got the Hammer. Is there anything else? And the Girl with a Snake. All right. Sabotage, rebuilding, interrogation, repetitive, persistent, working on it. Yeah, so this is rebuilding something, and we can see a lot of transformation in your cards. And Girl with a Snake, it's being charmed or used. It's about boundaries, healthy versus unhealthy, and could be about impasse, narcissist paradigm. I mentioned that there's likely to be an unhealthy, there's likely there is an unhealthy pattern in your relationship, or generally in your dynamic with other people, and this is something to look at here. It's interesting. I mean, we kind of talked about toxic stuff, right? The Hammer is more around like, there are two extremes here. First is wanting to always rebuild and change and just break it down and build from scratch, and that's the sabotaging part. Like, it's never good enough, so you're kind of, it seems like striving for excellence, but really you're not, it's like it's never enough, that kind of vibe. On the other hand, there could be a paradigm where you don't really want to change things, right? So you'd rather keep them where they are rather than rebuilding something, because it seems like it's too much effort, right? So whatever it is, it's important to find that balance. You have the tools, right? The hammer symbolizes the tools that you have to drive a relationship, or, you know, and it doesn't have to be romantic love, by the way, to drive a relationship into a certain direction. But how do you want to use it? What makes sense in terms of the energy, not necessarily just logistics, right? So it's like, it's about weighing out the options, right? It's about sleeping with that idea before you actually take the hammer and start breaking and rebuilding. Okay, I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you so much for joining me today, Scorpio. I hope you guys enjoyed the reading. Once again, happy birthday. If you like what I'm doing, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to enter the sweepstakes by leaving a few comments on different videos. So until next time,